Hello, everybody. I know it's been a while since you've probably seen me or heard me, but I decided I want to start a YouTube channel. So I finally have the time and the motivation, I guess, to start it. So here we go. Here's Dawson. Who's that? Say hi, Dawson. We're out on our walk for the day, so I thought it'd be a great time to introduce you to the homestead and show you what we've built and what we got going on here in Alaska. Life's been crazy, and I'm sorry that I've done my best to try and keep you guys updated, but life is nuts. So let's just get right into it. Here we go. So town is probably, I don't know, 20 minutes that direction. The highways, this is a dirt road, and the highway is probably, I don't know, a couple miles down this road. When we first moved here, it was really skinny in front of our property, like that trail. So we had this obviously widened out by one of the local construction companies, came out and did that for us. And then Justin did the rest of this beautiful work. This is our driveway, which again, when we got here, this was just woods. So this is all new. I really wanted to do this with my GoPro, so I apologize for the bumpiness, but my GoPro's dead. I got down here and it's dead. I'm not going back. So, I don't know, you probably can't see from here, but you can see the mountains right through there. So this is our driveway. This is everything that we cleared last year. Justin bulldozed all of this last year for us. When we came in to stay here, we were staying in the tent, so we didn't have any of this done, obviously. So that was actually camp. That's where we stayed when we were in the tent. So right through there is where our whole tent was and where we had camp last summer while I was super pregnant with this kid. Yeah, you love your puppy. This is the rest of our driveway. It's a nice day today. 13 degrees. Feels like a heat wave. Very recently we had our first cold snap. And it was, I don't know, somewhere between -40 and -50. Our thermometer doesn't work, and our neighbors were like, oh, it's -55, but yeah. So anyway, this is our homestead that we built way back here. So we bulldozed in this whole driveway and bulldozed in this whole flat spot. It's beautiful today. Obviously, looks a little different in the snow versus in the summer. But this is our Final Frontier homestead. Over in the corner here, you can see our trailer with the solar panels on the roof. That is what we brought with us to Alaska. That's all we had was that trailer and that truck you see right there before we got here. And the tent. Okay, we had the tent. But everything else, we either got up here or built ourselves. That's our beautiful little cabin that me and my husband built. So this is our sawmill, covered in snow currently. There's a log ready to go on it. There's our trailer. We got a whole pile of logs there. Our truck. Here comes Smoke and a crabby baby. And we're back. Sorry, someone didn't want to be in the stroller anymore, did you? You having fun outside? Can you say hi? Here's your puppy. Okay, so back to the tour. Here we go. This is our cabin that me and my husband built ourselves. Neither one of us had any experience building. My husband built a deck before we left Montana, and that was it. So there was a lot of figuring out how to build it and make it work in a place that -50 is normal. So it's been interesting. I'm sure you can say, wow, it doesn't have siding on it yet. You're right. It was supposed to have siding on it the first winter. And then our son was born 6 weeks early. And then we were planning on building an addition. This actually isn't a deck. It's a floor for an addition that we were going to build this previous summer, but things just didn't work out. So on to the next thing. This is our logging trailer. It's awesome. It's how we got logs all summer to be able to mill our own lumber. We did mill a lot of the lumber that we used for that cabin. So that was really cool. And that is a log hauler that was supposed to go behind our four-wheeler. We used to have a four-wheeler. Now we have a side-by-side. And this way we have our burn barrel. We burn all our own trash. And this is our lovely outhouse with lights. Lovely little outhouse. It has a log splitter that we got from some people here in town that blew up on us pretty much right away. So that was cool. This is our grove. I love our aspen grove. Everyone's like, man, you gotta go outside to go to the bathroom. Yeah, but I get to look at this, so it's pretty great. This big square heap over here is our split and stacked firewood for winter. I gotta think, what, 3 cords in there? And then the rest I got split late because we had this huge snowfall really early. Is right there. That little cave is firewood that's tarped. This is our tent that we lived in for 5 months, 5 or 6 months. I don't know. It was a long time. Too long to be in a tent. I'm going to tell you that much. That front zipper, I was so over it by the end. Yeah. So these were the water tanks we were using when we first got here. We didn't have a well, obviously. So we were using that big 300-gallon water tank. That was our water tower. And originally we were filling it up in town until we got our well. So that was a whole other project we had to do every day. Over here is our planter beds. I got 3 planter beds in the compost bin. I want to create more of a garden here this year. Last year we had a big garden, had pretty decent harvest. I'm going to get more into that later, but it's beautiful. So that's our home. We have plans to make that an addition. We also have plans for this big, large clearing over here. Eventually, we want to build a log cabin with a real foundation and water and have all the things in life, maybe. We'll see. Maybe we'll have power someday, maybe we won't. But for now, we're totally off the grid and making it work with a baby. Best that we can. There, Dawson. Oh, welcome home, guys. This is it. This is what we built. This is our home. Looky there. Good boy. So this is our house. That's the door we just walked in through. So we built everything in here, obviously. It's kind of cool, all the wood trim that you see along the ceiling and the floor, all of that is from trees that we cut down, milled, and did all of ourselves. This is our wood stove corner. Drying boots, towels, hoses. Yeah, so the hoses have to stay in the house in the wintertime because that's how we get water into our house. And obviously they freeze when it's negative 50 outside. All the winter clothing, window squeegee, because we always need to squeegee windows, which I need to do right now. But this is our storage cabinet. I've got all my dry goods. It's kind of like my pantry. All my dry goods, all the snacks and everything in here. Gotta be organized when you live in a small space. You gotta make a lot of food and a lot of things fit in not a lot of space. Obviously the blue jug is our fresh water. And then Our drinking water we have in our other filter there. Got Dawson's little setup over here. My parents got us that awesome crib. He's watching his favorite show right now. We have a TV. I know. We live off grid and we have a TV. How do we do that? I'll show you. But anyway, we've got a TV and a DVD player, so that works. And my sourdough starter is up there and ready to be used, it looks like. This is our off-grid washer and dryer. I want to do a whole video on that so you guys can check that out. That's our propane heater that we don't use anymore. It's just kind of there. Our back window, which looks right under our aspen grove. You probably can't see it. You can kind of see it through the fog. I need to clean the window. It's a little table that my husband made for us. Look at that, 14 degrees. It's a heat wave. Dawson's toy storage area. Yeah, he's in his crib because that would be been everywhere by now. This is our fridge. Yep, it's cooler. It's a pain to keep things cold. This is the bed my husband made when we got here. We were just sleeping on cots, and now we sleep on this amazing bed. Got all our stuff organized, lots of DVDs, books, all sorts of good stuff. That's our view outside. This is my kitchen. This is where all the magic happens. So we've had this kitchen set up for not very long now. Beforehand, we didn't have this whole countertop and sink and recessed sink, but that's a whole work in progress, so that's been exciting. I want to get in more into that too. Our water filter and our water system, hot water, all that. So I'm going to get into that in other videos for sure. Thanks for coming on our cabin tour, our homestead tour. Now you guys can kind of see where we're at right now. We're 1 year and basically a year and a half in. So we got here in April of 2023 and it's now December, what's it, 6th? Yeah, December 5th of 2025. So we're excited. We got a lot of work to do. Think about homesteads that, you know, I think a lot of people on YouTube make it seem like it's super easy to get up here, build a cabin and live off the land, and it doesn't work that way in reality. It's much harder. It's much more difficult. To be totally self-sufficient, which was our original goal, it takes a long time to get to that. It's going to be a long time before we're there, but we're getting there. And that's the thing about homesteading. You know, I think there's a lot of unrealistic expectations of I'm going to go and I'm going to build myself a cabin, or the people that are going to buy their own homestead. That's the better way to do it if you want my opinion. Just because building is way harder. It's a whole step up. Coming here last April, pregnant, terrified of what was going to happen. We had this whole plan of coming to Alaska and, you know, building a log cabin for just me and my husband, living sustainably as we could anyways, as self-reliant as we could. You know, and do our best not to work for anybody was our goal. But unfortunately, life changes, and, you know, I found out I was pregnant with Dawson 9 days before we moved to Alaska to live in a wall tent and build a cabin. We sold everything in Montana. I mean, everything from our couch to our home, to our trucks, our snowmobiles, all our toys. We had a wild ride in Montana. Montana was awesome. But unfortunately, the state had just totally changed, and we were ready for a different life. So that's where we're at. I have a ton of stuff I want to touch on. I had so much on my mind of what I wanted to put in this first YouTube video. And it's funny, you get in front of the camera and you're just like, I don't remember what I was going to say. So we're just going to go with what we have for today. I'm hoping to do a ton of fun stuff. I really want to get into some cooking, do some more self-reliant cooking, because that's really not out there. I've looked everywhere. So I'm learning as I'm going. I got obviously a really small kitchen, and if I can make beautiful sourdough bread in this little tiny Camp Chef oven, I promise you can do it in a real oven. So even if you're just watching my channel to get some inspiration, you know, that's cool. I hope that this channel just grows, and either way, it's a way for my friends and family to keep up with us out here in Alaska, and gives me a little something to do when Dawson's napping, put these videos together. So that's the plan, and I hope you guys enjoyed the first couple videos. I know they're a little rough. I'm using my phone. I have a GoPro. It's charging. I thought it was charged. Of course it's not, but that's okay. So I'm using my phone for now. I hope it comes out okay. Either way, we'll see you on the next one.